Hi there, everyone. Oh, thanks for tuning in. It's Sunday night and it's the 11th, I believe, of February. Anyway, I've got some great stuff tonight for you, some real good tips. Lovely little story about Caramel and our new wheelie mum, Jane. So, we're going to get on with that in a minute. I just want to say a massive, massive thanks. You know, we wanted to get to 10,000 subscribers. We've done it. We've gone over now. I think it's about 10,030. So we're on our way to 11,000 now, all with the help from you lot, because without you lot, we wouldn't be able to do it, would we? No? There you go. Right. So I'm going to give you to Jane now. Wheelie Mum Jane, Caramel's mum. Come in, Jane.
Hi there, Jean.
Hiya.
Right,
Hiya.
I don't know how long Caramel will be in the picture because her aim and object at the moment is to eat my jumper. So I may have to put her down in a minute. But
Oh,
for the moment, she's
I
just
could
sitting
see
next to me. And
she's enjoying that.
Jean, hang on, I'm going to put her down now because
Yeah.
she's actually
You,
it's
you
quite
won't have a jumper.
painful. um, No, well, I didn't have a pair of shoes after last night. We had some people round, and she sat under the table and chewed my laces.
Great.
Anyway, well, I mean, they're just like any other dog, aren't they? Well, they're not. They're very special,
They are.
but just
Special
because they
dog, they
don't
are.
have their back legs doesn't mean to say they don't need less exercise or they do anything differently. So
Exactly.
it's so you mustn't. People are always coming up to me and say, I'm sure they do the same to you, Jean, and say, and how do they poo and they pee, and all that sort of
They
stuff.
do.
Well,
They do.
just as usual.
That's right.
It may be a bit more random, but it's anyway. We've had a really good week this week because I had one or two things which were causing me a problem, or a challenge, shall we say. And one of them was that a double amputee, if it goes on concrete, if the dog goes on concrete for more than a minute or two without any protection, that they tend to get friction burns. And Caramel had got some really nasty ones, which I was finding a real problem to heal up because she would lick at them if I left her drag bag off or whatever. Anyway, I found some absolutely wonderful cream, which is Rescue Remedy cream, which you can buy on Amazon. And I tried colloidal silver, I tried Vaseline, I tried Sudocrem, I'd used my husband's eczema cream, I'd used everything I could lay my hands on, and it just wasn't healing. And in 24 hours of using this, I usually put it on when I put her in the, when she goes out on her wheels. So then she's definitely going to be off her bottom at that point. And then the second thing that happened, which was really good, was that I managed to work out a way of keeping her nappy on, which has been a bit of an uphill struggle because she's got very narrow shoulders. And people were saying, oh, well, you have to use braces. Well, they didn't stay on for more than 2 minutes. And in fact, one pair she ate. So that wasn't going anywhere. And I've managed to get one of these things that you use for dogs when they've had an operation so they can't lick their wounds, and cut it in half, used the top half and put buttons on it, just sewed 4 buttons, 2 at the front and 2 at the back, and then made a little, it was after you showed me, Jean, a dog that had like a little bucket bag on the back of it, which kept his nappy on, and using some neoprene and some polyurethane fabric. I made her some really, really nice little things that she can wear on her backside, and the buttons just go straight. I mean, she'd already eaten one of the buttons actually, but we got over that. I just don't leave them around anymore.
No.
And so she's going to cause me further challenges all the way down the way. But that's how I like it.
Yeah.
I don't want a dog that's going to make life easy for me. I want one with a bit of character and who's going to have a sense of humour. If she gets away
You're on your
from me,
toes, Jane.
she rushes down. Absolutely. And she grins at me when she sees me struggling.
I know they do. It's
There's no
amazing.
no pity there at all. Yeah, and the other breakthrough we had was because we live near the beach. Um, there's the wheels that I'd got, even though they were the 8-inch wheels, were still tending to sink into the sand. So my husband went off to the local DIY shop and bought some wheels for wheelbarrows, the front wheel on a wheelbarrow, small ones, not enormous ones, but they were much wider. So of course she's got a much wider wheelbase. She did actually run over somebody. Luckily, it was a man, so he survived. But she absolutely loves these wheels. And this afternoon we were down and she goes over stones. She had people standing there with their mouths hanging open as she ploughed her way through absolutely any sort of terrain. And what we've done is we've got a second pair of struts, so that one strut has the walking, the normal walking wheels, and the other one has got these beach wheels. So I've just got to quickly swap the struts over if we're going to the beach, and then we're just tickety-boo. So having struggled a bit on various fronts, I mean, Jean was marvellous for getting her going on wheels. I mean, I tell everybody that I was told that she would never go on wheels. She'd been shuffling on her bottom for 2 years. And Jean said, stuff and nonsense, you do this, this and this, which I did. And lo and behold, she was saying, by this time next week, she will be fine. And I'm thinking, I don't think so. I don't think we're going anywhere with this. But with a bit of hot chicken and a bit of persuasion, we're absolutely up and running now. In fact, I have to keep her on a lead because if I don't, she can get away from me and I can't catch her. So thank you, Jean.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Do you know what, Jane? I'm so happy that you're one of those people who never give up. I'm so happy that you've got this have light bulb moments like me. So I feel like a bit of a kinship there because I thought I was raving mad before. Who think of things that are outside the box and you'll go for it, like the wheelbarrow wheels. I would never have thought of that. And as you say, with a spread out wheelbase, she's going to rush across the sand. I wish we was on the beach and we could do that, but we will be soon. Because hey, everybody, we're going to Cornwall. We're going down to Jane's to see Caramel, and we're going to run across the beach with Skylar, and we're also having an a small Olympic games, not like the great big one, just for the wheelie dogs. Um, we've been in touch with the PDSA, who are very into us doing a little fundraiser for them. But nearer the time, I'm going to throw it out on here, and any other wheelie mums in the vicinity, or if they want to travel with their dogs in the wheelies, come down because it's all in a great cause. It's going to be for the PDSA, who are absolutely wonderful. They do wonderful things, saving dogs that don't get a chance any other way. So I'll get into that more and give you some more details when we're on our way down there, which we're hoping will be around May time. Judge it, have a look at the weather first because we want a nice day. And in my podcasts, probably 2-3 times a week, and I give you some great stories that have popped up. And the first one's going to be all about the wheelchair Olympics. Okay. And then I'll give you all the details when we're near the point. But I've got to say, I'm so impressed with Jane. I really am. Lovely woman, lovely to chat to. She's, I can't say enough actually. And Caramel
Well, you're
loves
getting me
her.
very
You can
embarrassed.
see
I think
Caramel.
you've said more than enough, Jean. But the great thing about you,
No,
Jean,
you say a lot
you
about me too, but I'll let you off. Go on.
no, but you're not sitting there saying I know it all. you come back to me when I say, well, what about so and so? And you're enthusiastic and we can share ideas, which is just how
That's
things move
right.
forward.
Yeah, bouncing it off each other. And that's
Mm.
what we want to do. We want to get at least 10 more wheelie mums all coming in and giving us swapping ideas, because it doesn't matter. You can think of a lot of things, but there are some things that they could be quite simple. You just don't think of it. So 10 brains or 11 or 12 are much better than one. So that's the aim. That's the aim of all this. Um, and if anybody out there has any questions at all that they need answering, or indeed if they have any great tips, we want to hear that as well. And we want to share our experience with you. So we're really happy about all of it. Um, we seem to have got this under our wraps now, because we have had a couple of podcasts that didn't go quite as I should have. That was due to technical problems. The Wi-Fi might have just moved off. So I think we've got it now. We've cracked it. We've cracked it. That's a Birmingham word, Jane. We've cracked it. Do you do
Right.
that down there in Cornwall? We've
Oh,
cracked
yes,
it.
we definitely cracked stuff on here.
Yeah. Um, See, what I love about these podcasts is you're just sitting there in your chair chatting. You know what I mean? You can just it's like you're in the room with me. You know, sitting on the settee next to me. It's great. And you can just natter away and say whatever we want, really. You know, within the realms of everything of YouTube. I don't. We never on the podcast. We never get into any political stuff or anything like that. There is a lot of um, projects, not mentioning any particular names, where dogs are helped all across the world, you know, and we do promote that, but not in the sense of any direct names who does what. I mean, Jane's been in touch with a lady with a lovely, lovely dog. We've just sent out a couple of wheelchairs. Um, Hopefully, we can't wait to see this dog in the wheelchair, and instead of shuffling around, sitting in the wheelchair and running about like caramel. That will really make us happy. You know, we had a couple of spare chairs, and off they've gone. So that's what we're all about. Not just our own dogs, helping other people um, and get their dogs up and running. So that's great. So anything
And
else you
then
want to
going back
pop
to your
out?
stories, all
Yeah,
I was going to say was I absolutely love your stories. And do I hear you're going to be saying you're going to be telling some of them?
I'm going to read
Some
them.
of your
Yeah,
stories are absolutely gorgeous.
yeah, I'm going to read them out. Do a few
Oh, that's
podcasts.
fantastic.
Yeah, because I mean, you can read it on a flat piece of paper, but when you narrate it, you can waggle your arms about and get that emotion. You know, like when they cross the finishing line and they you got a photo finish and it's nose to nose, and you can't get that by just reading it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, listen, I study hard, Jane. I've been studying David Attenborough. I mean, he's the best.
Oh, right.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
impressed.
So yeah, I watch how he's doing it, and I'm on it. You know, I mean, I think he's fantastic. I really do. Um, I'll tell you something else. You know what else I do? Yeah, if I ever, I mean, it sounds mad. I'll just tell you this. In fact, I better tell you privately because they'll think I'm potty. I think I'll just tell you when it's just me and you talking. But when you watch people like David Attenborough, how he narrates all of his documentaries, you pick up like some really good tips off him. Because I mean, he's been going a long time. I mean, his voice, I just love his voice. I don't know what they're thinking out there because mine's not like his. It's a bit like brummified, you know. But I can't help it, so they'll just have to accept it. I think they like it actually. I haven't had anybody say they don't yet. But yeah, you can pick up a heck of a lot by watching uh, how they do it, and I do that a lot. Yeah, just little bits, that you don't think of yourself. So yeah, have a look. Have a look.
I will. I should be.
But I'm
I
going
think
to
I'm
tell
going to
you
have to
a
go in a
fan.
minute. I think somebody.
Oh, is it caramel? It's
I think
caramel.
somebody's coming, so I'm going to have to disappear in a minute.
Oh, you have. Sorry, Jane, you have. I'm nattering away here. But, okay. Well, should we wrap it up then for tonight? Yeah?
Is that
Should
all
we
right
wrap
with
it
you,
up?
Jean?
No, it's fine. It's fine. And thanks ever so much for all of your tips and everything that you've been doing. And hopefully, well, I know you will. We're going to get back on here. So listen, everybody, you'll be seeing Jane again in Caramel, so don't worry. Okay. Yeah. You get off and see whoever's coming, Jane. Yeah. And thanks for
Great.
co
And
hosting.
next time we meet, I think Caramel will be in the pink.
She will be, I hope so, yeah. Okay, Jane. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye for now. Bye, Caramel. Bye. Bye. Oh, that was great. Wasn't it?